So how's it going, guys? So I thought for today we'd start out over here kind of in the shade, because where we're going to be working at is kind of bright, a little bit in the sun, a little bit in the shade. um, but what we're going to be doing today, and I thought I would show it to you before we get started on putting it in. It's actually really simple. If I can get it out of this bag one-handed here. Going to be doing something that I've been wanting to do for a little bit. Not really wanting in the sense of needing to, but just more or less wanting to do it just to kind of check it out and just kind of, you know, upgrade some stuff, if you will. So today's one is going to be really simple, and I'll kind of show you like this, and then I'll get the actual pieces out that we need. So what I'm talking about are these, and I know that's hard to pick up in the video what this is, because this is a bunch of fittings. What this is actually your windshield washer nozzles. And so we're going to be replacing them on the Corolla. And the thing about it is these are a little bit different than just your kind of run-of-the-mill washers. So if I can actually get these open, then I'll show you. So I'm just gonna pull this out on my sidewalk here, or on my porch rather. So these are actually what we're going to be replacing, if I can get that to pick up a little bit better. But what makes these different than the ones on the car, I'll show you this, and then I'll show you the ones on the car. The ones on the car, I don't know if you can, how good that's going to pick up. You see how that nozzle is actually kind of pushed out a little bit. The ones on the car are recessed, which is fine, but what makes this different is, I'll try to do this in one motion. Try to focus on where that's at right there. I can adjust it. I can push it up, I can push it down, I can push it left, right, and sideways. I'll do the same thing with that one. You see it's kind of straight now. I'll push it kind of to the right. So these are swivel adjustable, and I thought that was kind of interesting in the sense that, you know, it's kind of like a mini upgrade, if you will, because if you think about it, the ones on your car, they're pretty much predetermined. Like mine, if we go look at mine, which we will here in a second, they kind of only spray in a V pattern, almost like a wideband pattern that only covers so much area of your windshield, to where theoretically you could probably position one in one direction and you can get a wider fan on it, if you will, so that you cover more of your windshield. I don't know. I don't know that 100%. I don't know that it's gonna work, but I thought it would be kind of cool just to try it and see what happens. So also the ones on the car, like I said, other than being that the nozzle portion that kind of you can see sticking out on the side profile there, is that those are recessed. But the ones on there also just kind of lock in. They're squared at the bottom, and they have like tension tabs on it, to where if we look at these, you can kind of see that's actually threaded. So it's flat on that side, and then on the sides profiles of it, it's actually threaded. So you get flat and then a little bit of thread on each side. And then just to kind of show you what all it comes with, I'll spin the camera around and we'll look at everything it comes with. So this is everything that it came with. It came with 1, 2, 3, 4 nozzles. It come with the little caps right here. A couple of T's, couple of Y's, a couple of straights. it came with this little plastic thing, but it only came with one, so I'm not sure what that is for. But then it also came with all of this tubing here, so if you need to change or what have you. So we might change out some of this stuff. I don't think we're going to change out everything. I think the main goal is to just change out the actual sprayers itself. So if we walk over here to the actual car, there's the regular nozzle, and if I show you kind of a side view, get off here, bug. It's see how it's recessed in there, and then it's also elongated. So the ones that we have are a little bit shorter, so I don't know how well that's going to work, but these are also, you can see kinda, I don't know how well that picks up on camera, this is V'd, it's sectioned, so it sprays in a V pattern on both sides. And you can actually see right here, if you look, it's like a faded line right there where the car is real dirty, and you can see where the spray pattern is kind of done. So then if I actually come back here to where they're actually mounted at, you can see it's just a little push tab right there on both sides of it, and those pop right out. There's your line that runs across. There's a Y right there. Y is off into that one. And these lines are still pretty good, so I don't think we're going to need to replace those. And then it comes into a clip, runs over into a hood clip, into a Y, and then straight down, and then way back into there. So I think if we do this properly, we won't have to do anything other than maybe extend this one, maybe, which if we do, it's fine. And I don't think we should have to do this one because it has a little bit of play in it there. But if we have to, we have to. Okay, so we're in the car now. Turn that off. You can see right here is one sprayer, and then kind of over there is going to be another one. So we're going to do kind of a far back. I'm just going to simply push it and see where it sprays. Okay, so you see that one sprayed there. Nothing. And then one kind of V pattern there. So go ahead and clean that off. Not great, but not bad either. Obviously, if you're going down the road, it kind of fans itself out anyway, but if you're sitting stationary, so yeah, let's go ahead and get us set back up again, and we'll go ahead and install the new ones and see if we can play around with it and get it kind of all the way across the windshield entirely. Okay, so I did go ahead and grab a few things. Like I said, I don't think this is going to be too hard. I grabbed just a basic pair of pliers, and then I grabbed just a pick just for if the lines are kind of seated to it, then we'll be able to pop those free. So like I said, we're just going to go ahead and use this just to kind of unseat it like that. Run it all the way around best you can, and pull that off like so. See if we can get to this one like that. Let's see. Like so. Pick or pick, maybe press up on that right there. There we go. That's one out. So right there, you can kind of see how that is set up there. It's kind of weird how it is set up, but then again, now you can see a better front view of it. Kind of looks like a weird face, doesn't it? So anyway, we're gonna go ahead and set that one off to the side for now. Go and grab a new one. So one thing I did look at just to see is, because again, this did come with 4 of these. I looked to see if the links were all different or if they were the same, and they are in fact the same. So you don't have to worry about trying to figure out which is which or anything. So something else I'm gonna do, I'm sure you could probably do this multiple ways, in the sense that you could probably like Teflon tape it if you want it to. I don't currently have any Teflon tape, so I don't know how well this is going to work, but I did pick up some blue Loctite. So I think just as extra security, because again this is plastic and so is the nut, little extra security just so that it can't bounce around so much, you know. And the one I went with is this style. It's like chapstick style. Turn that around like that. There you go. I've never used this kind before, but basically it just looks like almost like Carmax chapstick. You just kind of squeeze it out and then you just kind of rub it on. And again, just to show you, I don't know how well you're going to be able to tell, that is just a plastic nut. So let's see if I can do this on camera. Just gonna squeeze a little on there like that, and then I'm just gonna rub it in. It almost looks like toothpaste. Now I'm only just gonna do the sides that have threads on it. I don't see no point in doing all of it all the way around. I think it'll take care of itself. So there we go. And then, yeah, like I said, just like Carmax chapstick. So we're just going to get it aligned as best we can for now. So I can tell you right now, the one problem I see, actually let me just bring you back through to it. Look at that, guys. It's got a giant gap in behind it, so you'd almost have to take like a piece of something and cut it to that shape just to cover the slot. So that's about center. So I'll tell you what, just for fun, we probably won't leave us on here, but just for fun, let's go ahead and hook it up and just see how it works. I kind of pre-adjusted it, so maybe we'll just play around with it for a few minutes. Obviously it's too small for this car, but I had it laying around, so why not? Oh wow. Okay, so let me go ahead and readjust it and we'll try again. Alright, readjustment. Not bad. So let's see what both sides look like. That's that one, and then that's kind of that one. So looks like that right one is a little bit weak. This is obviously much stronger. So let's leave those in the same position, but then bump it down a little bit and then see how good of a coverage we get on this side versus that side. Alright guys, after playing with it for some time, just a couple of minutes, this was the best I could get out of it. So we're just going to do a quick spray of it and compare it to the right side. So you can see it stops about right there, which is pretty good. That one stops just a little bit short of that one if it had more adjustment, but then that one right there falls really short of being pretty decent. And then like I said, so I mean you could pretty much set this left, right, up, and down, which is good, but unfortunately this is just one of those things where I don't obviously try everything before recording it for you guys, so you get to see firsthand what I see. So yeah, like I said, I don't always, most of the time I don't try any of this stuff like on the car. I don't take it apart and try to put something on and then take it back apart. Everything I do, you're kind of seeing firsthand. So what I thought was cool about those was when I was reading the description for them, it was one of those, universal, can adjust, this, that, and the other. And it looked like a pretty cool little deal. And to be fair, it was only like $3 or $4 for that whole little bag of stuff and the tubing. The tubing would cost you that. So in itself, even though I can't use that because it does not fit the hole, and yes, I could modify some gasket and make it work, I don't think it's really worth it. The reason I wanted to do that is because if you, like I was showing you on the passenger side, it's kind of clogged, or not necessarily clogged because it's working, but it's just not doing as well as I'd hoped. And that was one of those things I was like, yeah, I could take it off and I could clean it, but for as cheap as it is for that little kit, why not just replace it? The bad thing about that being is that it didn't have anything in the description for fit. It was universal. So to be as transparent as I can, that kit came off of Temu or AliExpress, one of the two, forever ago. It's literally been sitting in my toolbox for the better part of 6 or 8 months or something like that. I didn't buy it. Somebody else had bought it, and I had seen it, and they, again, same as me, it's sat in their toolbox forever. And I thought, well, I would give it a shot. So yeah, but as you can see, it definitely, it works, but it just doesn't work for our application. Sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. So I think now what I'm going to do is just take the passenger side off and just let it soak in some solution and see if I can get it kind of unclogged out to where it'll spray better. But yeah, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose. That's just part of it. But that's it for this one. No, it wasn't that fun, wasn't that exciting. Maybe it's something that will work for your application. It's just not going to work for mine. If it doesn't kind of have a fitment, as far as if it has fitment issues, I'm not going to use it, is what I'm getting at. I want it, I understand it's aftermarket, it's universal, but it's just too small for what we're trying to do. So the factory one is going to go back on. I'll take the passenger side off, try to clean it up, and then maybe in the future I'll revisit it and get one that actually does fit. And yeah, but that's it for this one. As always, I appreciate you guys coming back week after week, time after time. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, leave a comment, good or bad. I did a short not too long ago, actually a couple of days ago, and ended up, it blew up really quick. It got quite a bit of hate for it, but I posted that video, and within a 20-minute span, it had over 1,000 views. So for me, that's really phenomenal, and I appreciate all you guys for going and watching that. I actually picked up 2 subscribers. If you were one of those subscribers, thank you. It means the world to me. Yeah, it got more hate in the comment section than it did positivity, but that's okay. That's just part of it. We're gonna ignore it, roll past it, and we're just gonna keep on moving forward. But yeah, like I said, appreciate you guys coming back week after week. If you're new to the channel, welcome. Appreciate you guys tuning in. Like, share, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Okay, so slight update. I did end up using some of the stuff that came with it. I replaced the hose. That's all the old tubing that was on it. And then I replaced some of the fittings on it as well, just to kind of update it with a newer hose, so I rerouted it. Ended up putting this Y on it. Took the old Y out, ran it all the way over and up to the old one. So new tubing at least, and one new fitting, and then there's the wire or the tube that'll run up to that. So it's all rerouted now. So yeah, wasn't a complete waste of time.